Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. Today we're in the Laguna Wilderness Park in Laguna Beach, California, and we're going to be taking a short hike today. We're going to be heading down the Laguna Trail, which is about 1.5 miles, and then we're going to take that to the water tank trail, which is another 1.5 miles, so about a 3-mile hike today that is rated difficult. So come with us on this journey and let's have some fun. So just getting started in the Laguna Coast Wilderness Park, and parking for this area is right off the 133, and immediately as you head to your left from the parking, you start your uphill climb up to the top of the mountains over here, and you'll have some amazing views of the coast. And around the 0.2 mile mark, you have your first marker, which is you can go to Big Bend or Laguna Ridge. Laguna Ridge is the way we're headed, so let's go. And it's never too early for muffins. This area of Laguna Coast Wilderness Park is right across the street from Top of the World, which you can see over here. And one of the cool spots that Monica and I like to do over here, we've nicknamed Snake Mountain, because every time we do it, we see snakes. I just wanted to quickly add one thing. This first part of Laguna Ridge Trail, you are right next to the 133, so it is loud. So if you were immediately expecting some of that peace and quiet of hiking, you're gonna have to work for it on this side. So after a brief bout, I don't know, 0.3, 0.4 miles, you finally start heading up trail into the mountains off to your right, away from the 133.
We're only about half a mile in, a little past half a mile in, and we already had to take our sweaters off because that was a tough haul up, and we still have some more to go.
Did we mention it was difficult? Once you turn right, you go up about 200 feet of elevation. There's another 100 to go. And there is a couple search helicopters heading overhead here. I don't know if you can see it, I'm sure you can hear it, but difficult area. So make sure you take the right precautions before you come out here.
It's a tough one. And Jesse is barely hanging on. What?
It's so brutal. Almost to the top of the Laguna Ridge portion of this hike. You can see we came from way down there where you can see the houses and stuff. It's not very far, but the incline is really, really steep. It's probably a good 200-300 feet of elevation in a short period of time. So it'll really have you gasping for air.
This hike is kicking our butts. We took like 3 weekends off because just of life, you know, so we weren't able to get out to hike, but we're doing this one and we are struggling. It's difficult, but we're also struggling. How are you feeling?
Oh my God, my butt is getting kicked.
Look at these views though. Beautiful.
Okay, well, pretty much at the top of the Laguna Ridge Trail. It's roughly about 1.5 miles. I know we got a little bit more to go on it till we get to the junction, but the elevation's 925 feet, which is pretty severe considering it's only about 1.5 miles to get to the top. But spectacular views. That's the Pacific Ocean in the background, and then you have all of the Laguna Coast wilderness behind you. It is absolutely stunning up here. Right, officially at the end of the Laguna Ridge Trail portion of this. You can see we've hit a marker that says Boomer Ridge this way and that way, which is a really cool hike. We're gonna go this way a little bit and hit Water Tank Road and then do another about 1.5 miles and get some amazing ocean views. So let's go. So we made the right to Water Tank Road, which we're heading down now, and we are officially engaged in this hike. Once you're heading down Water Tank Trail, it's really breezy up here, as you can probably hear, a little bit chilly, but also if you're lucky, you may see a Pacific pocket mouse, which is an endangered species in this area. Speaking of the Pacific pocket mouse, this area behind me is fenced off specifically for them and their habitat. Really cool. Super quick update. The Pacific pocket mouse is now extinct as Monica stepped on one. Water Tank Trail's been pretty uneventful. Not a lot of ups and downs as far as elevation's concerned, except this last piece, and we're expecting some amazing views of the ocean from up there. Okay, made it to the top of that little ridge I pointed out for you, and the views do not disappoint. Gorgeous views up here. You can see in my background right here, this is top of the world, which is a really popular area for hiking. And then over here behind us, the Pacific Ocean in all its glory. Stunning. Okay fam, officially at the 3-mile mark. That's about the end of the Water Tank Trail that ties right into the Water Tank Road, which is right over here. But you can see at the end, beautiful views of the coast and the Pacific Ocean. Well worth the 3 miles. And now for us, up, up, up. We'll see you at the top. as we started heading back up, we did in fact find one of those mice. It's right here. This one looks like a baby, so I'm gonna try and save it. So heading back up the first part of the incline on Water Tank Trail, which is pretty brutal. And you know, on the way up we saw a baby mouse that was really struggling, and you know, we rescued it, put it off to the side, and it's kind of really cool to think about. You know, you've got this great outdoor space, you've got endangered species like the Pacific pocket mouse, and being able to play a little bit of a role in potentially helping that process and that species along is really exciting. So a couple things about this hike. We did about 3 miles one way. Laguna Ridge Trail is very steep and thin. And then once you get to the top of the ridge, the path really widens out. Plenty of space for you, other hikers and bikers up here. Like, not a ton of wildlife, not a lot of bugs, although we've done Top of the World a couple of times and there are a lot of bugs, so I definitely bring some bug spray. And then there's no shade, so I would definitely make sure you're wearing a hat and bring some sunscreen. One more hill to climb, and then all downhill. Not sure if we mentioned how brutal this hike is. I mean, it feels like it's uphill both ways, and it's just really rough on your legs and glutes.
So you guys know that Jesse's the man that never stops. He's always moving and going. And I think this hike actually stumped him. He's right over there. He's going slow. It's a hard one. And obviously we've been out for a little bit from hikes, not from being active. But it stumped him.
The first part just really takes it all out of you. That first elevation piece. Whew. Well, I don't think my buns have ever recovered.
So, would you recommend?
Not coming here.
Oh, geez, that's a lie.
Never come here.
He loves.
This is terrible.
He loves a good challenge. This is a great hike, you guys.
It is a great hike. It's definitely gonna stretch you.
Worth it. 5 out of 5 recommend.
4. Just finished the Water Tank Trail portion. About to start the descent for the Laguna Ridge Trail. So here we go. And just like Forrest Gump, we're running. All right, we just did that last huge piece of Laguna Ridge Trail with a nice jog. Definitely don't recommend it, but it is a very quick way to get down. Monica and I officially back at the truck, 6.2 miles in the books at the Laguna Coast Wilderness Park. A very challenging trail with some amazing views of the coast. And as always, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Shout out to our moms, our kids at home, our dogs. Baby, do you know the Muffin Man?
Oh my God.